Warning! This video contains spoilers for the Big Finish production, Doctor Who, The Lovecraft Invasion. Viewing beyond this point is a choice you have made, and you take responsibility for that choice. Thank you, and please have a great day.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's doing well, hope everyone's having fun, and I hope the universe is treating you fairly. We are returning for part 4 of the Doctor Who, the Lovecraft Invasion. I honestly thought this was a 3-parter. It turned out it was a 4-parter. Yeah, really kind of took me aback. Well, anyways, you guys get extra video, and I get to have a little extra fun in the Doctor Who world. So, without further ado, let's get on with this thing.
This is definitely not good. I wish I still had my gun.
What do we do, Doctor?
Oh, I'm sorry, Pip. We were too late. He's about to raise Cthulhu, and there's nothing more we can do to stop it.
Hiya! Hiya!
Yeah, I think I definitely think this is the last part. And, you know, I'm good with that. I just wish they would do... Well, I guess you can't. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. More Cthulhu-esque or adjacent type adventures. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but I'll mention it again. I wonder if this is like actual stuff, that this chant that he's doing is something that Lovecraft invented or made up, or if it's something they came up with for the audio, for the audio drama.
We'll have to get past that guard.
But how? He doesn't look very friendly, does he?
Don't worry. Leave this to me.
Uh-oh. Feminine wilds on a guard. Maybe. It may just be brute force, there's no telling.
Phew, looks like we made it inside just in time.
I'm sorry, we're close to visitors.
Good, because I'm Dr. Jones from Danvers State Lunatic Asylum. This is Nurse Ratched, and this is our patient.
Nurse Ratched. One flew over the cuckoo's nest reference. How cool. How quaint. I had forgotten about that one.
Hannibal Lecter. We'd like to sign in and take a look around if that's all right with you.
Did she say Hannibal Lecter? I think she did.
Certainly, Doctor. Sign here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Come along, sister. This way, Hannibal.
What was that?
A cerebral manipulator. They're banned in most sectors, but I never got round to handing mine in.
Why did I have to be the patient?
Oh, come on, Howard. You're perfect casting.
When you look back historically from 2025 back to 1937, it makes a lot of sense why he gets to be the patient. But I imagine at that time, he would have been incensed by it.
Now, let's go find that breach. This way, I think.
Come on, Mr. Lovecraft. Stick with us.
You know, I always feared I'd end up here, locked away, beating my head against the wall of a cell.
And this is before they started padding them.
When my father was a resident, Mother and I never visited. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Nervous tension, I expect. Gentlemen really shouldn't discuss such matters.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, and, you know, the thing is, I don't know about still in the Northeast, but I know, at least in Texas, things like that aren't talked about outside of certain, you know, friend groups.
The thought of going mad somewhere like this has always terrified me. I suppose that's why I've always clung to logic and reason rather than feeling and sentimentality.
Yeah, he obviously has not read his own works.
Reason? Did you say reason? You might dress it up as reason, but the problem with all your nasty little ideas, Lovecraft, is they fall apart on contact with reality, yet they stink it out all the same. There's nothing rational about you. Your ex-wife was Jewish, and your best friend was gay, which either makes you a hypocrite or woefully unobservant.
Which I think it was hypocrite, because I think he, for whatever reason, accepted in the reality that his friend was that his best friend was a homosexual, and his wife or ex-wife was Jewish, which makes now this connects some more dots in my little brain why Helen Moore chose to make Robert Black in Providence Compendium homosexual. It makes sense that now, because it makes you wonder, and I don't think there's any way to know in this day, you know, without, you know. Actually, I don't know. I don't think there's a way to know that maybe Lovecraft was dealing with his own homosexual feelings, and just because of the indoctrination, religious indoctrination and stuff of his era, he couldn't deal with it, couldn't come to grips with it. There might be something there to it. There's no telling.
Look ahead, Mrs. C.
Mrs. Clark, must I really put up with all that?
Yes, you must, I'm afraid. Now keep moving.
It's just that I'm not sure how much more of it I can take.
How much more you can take.
Yeah, that's that. And it's not it's a privilege thing. People of privilege, whenever they hit adversity, seem to want to victimize themselves, make themselves a victim when it's just simple adversity.
Aware of this, but I have a very delicate constitution.
Wait here.
Of course.
Are you all right?
Just about. You?
Coping. Any sign of a breach back here?
Nah. I just wanted some space for a minute, really.
Yeah, just so you don't kill Lovecraft. I wonder what that would have done. I don't think in the earlier episodes it talked about it, or if the idea of just straight out murdering the hoe would have taken care of the problem.
You're doing admirably, Miss Jones.
Likewise. But it's just Jones, okay?
Jones, of course. Still getting used to all that.
And doing so admirably, Mrs. C.
About that, if I can learn to call you Jones, surely you can learn to call me Mrs. Clark.
Sure. Sorry. Anyway, it seems pretty quiet back here, and we shouldn't leave Laughing Boy alone too long.
I like that laughing boy.
Ready to go back in?
Ready.
Oh boy.
What is it?
Shake a leg, Mrs. Clark. We've got a Sigma spike.
More babble, like I think it was in the last, it may have been the second video, where they kind of hold the mirror up, talking about, you know, babble out, you know, outside of Lovecraft's imagination, that doesn't mean anything. There we get some more babble outside of the context of Doctor Who that doesn't mean anything.
Mr. Lovecraft. Who is it? Mr. Lovecraft.
I think somebody's losing their mind.
Who's there? Lovecraft. Oh! How do you know my name?
We all know you, Lovecraft. You left your mother here to rot.
No, that's not true.
Your father died here.
Yeah, his inner demons are coming to seek out revenge. Or as we sometimes say in East Texas, is chickens come to roost.
And so will you.
No!
You know what drove your father mad, Howard?
No, please!
It's in you, too.
No!
I think it was just... It may have been mental illness. There's no telling. But I think... If the stuff that if I read it correctly, that what led to his father's mental illness was chemical absorption from manipulation, melting, smelting of gold and silver and other precious metals. He may have inherited genetically some kind of mental illness from his mom, or even both. Working with the different chemicals and the manipulation of gold, silver, and precious metals may have exacerbated it, but there may have. I mean, in the last probably 5 to 10 years, there's been a whole lot of progress in mental illness. So there's that.
We're waiting for you, Lovecraft. We're all waiting for you.
No! No! No!
Aya, Cthulhu.
No! No!
Imagine that's what like a nervous breakdown or major anxiety would feel like. I've had anxiety bouts and I've had stress related bouts, but I've never, or to the best of my knowledge or recollection, I don't think I've ever had anything anxiety induced that bad. I know people that have, and it's, when you're on the outside looking in, it's horrible and it's disturbing, but being on the inside of that I can only imagine how bad that could be.
Mr. Lovecraft, come away! Come away from there!
This way, Howard! Easy!
That was horrible. So horrible.
Yeah, imagine. In a lot of ways, if you treat like this particular audio drama or anything dealing with the Cthulhu, for lack of a better thing to grasp my brain on, the Cthulhu mythos, or even the writings of Stephen King, Peter Straub, even some of the stuff by V.C. Andrews that can also be a reflection of how, especially when like Lovecraft's books were written, when a lot of Peter Straub, Stephen King, V.C. Andrews, I wonder if somebody's done that. That would be an interesting master's or doctorate theory to do, how the horror genre in literature mirrors the competence or incompetence of mental illness at the time it was written. That's just kind of interesting.
Well, they knew my name.
Not just yours, Howie. They were chanting to Cthulhu back there.
Ah, Cthulhu.
Mr. Lovecraft?
Sorry, that is the correct pronunciation.
Right.
And I've had people correct me on that. The Youngers. Back, I was talking about in the last video, in the early 2000s, there was this big explosion of Cthulhuoid type merchandise and stuff, and kids, the college kids, and stuff, because I grew up in the 80s. We grew up saying Cthulhu, and they were pronouncing it more with the European TH than while we grew up pronouncing it with the American TH. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's the little details like this. That's why I like going back and listening to things like this over and over again, because over time there's little details like that kick off a thought or kick off an idea that you don't remember. You remember the broad or the generics of the story, but the details, those little tidbits, those little crumbs of nutrition, mental nutrition.
So that was weird and shouldn't be happening, right? It means the breach can't be far off.
Ready to go on?
I think so.
Good, because we shouldn't let Jones get too far ahead. What's happening?
Nothing good. The needle's buried.
What does that mean?
It means we found it. I'm picking...
That means bad. Needle buried in anything means bad.
up a massive psionic reading, totally off the scale.
Where?
Right here. This is it. This is ground zero.
Then where's the breach?
How do I know?
Are you sure you're reading it correctly?
I'm telling you both, there's a breach happening right now, and it's happening right here.
Then where is it?
I've never understood that. It makes for great entertainment for to have that dialogue of where's this, where's that, according to the instruments, this is right here. That makes for great and wonderful entertainment and stuff like that. But me, just the way I look at the world is, me in that situation be okay. This is what the instruments are reading. Let's prepare, because when we see it, it's not going to be good. So let's get ready to deal with it. So when we do see it,
we need to go outside.
Why? Are you faint?
No, I just have a terrible feeling I know where it is.
Oh, it's gone so dark.
Look, what's wrong with the sky?
It's not sky. It's an ocean.
that's kind of cool. The ocean above, which means you're below the ocean. Getting back to the A side of the story.
Any luck, Flip?
No, you?
No, not yet.
What's the use? It's home.
Okay. Yeah, they're. I have a feeling Doctor's got a couple cards up his sleeve yet. Also, I didn't say it earlier in the video, and we're almost 20 22 minutes in. The reason for the frequent pauses is copyright stuff. So yeah, I know it's kind of late to let you guys, to remind you of that, but you know, I got all excited for the story and forgot.
Still breathing in it.
Face it, he's won.
Your very presence here is proof that the Somnifax isn't all-powerful yet. And remember the ghouls back in the Dreamlands? The worst thing we could do now is give up! Deep ones, listen to me. Whatever that false prophet has promised you, whatever salvation you believe is coming,
This looks like it's going to be a good tactic.
he's lying. The Somnifax hasn't come to deliver you. He's come to subvert your religion and destroy you. Carter, tell them.
They won't believe me.
Tell them.
It's true. I have visited your kingdoms in dream and swung among the many columns of Yanifle. He is not Nyarlathotep, and he is not righteous. He'll destroy everything.
Yeah, this is a good play. It's really good play.
And everyone you love.
What difference does it make that I came from outside? I am the crawling chaos, and you are my acolytes. Where are you going? Come back! Come back! I command you!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Go back.
See, that's another thing I love about Doctor Who. You have all these impossible situations, and at the end of the day, you know, after all the bluster and all the screaming and yelling and running around and dashing from here to there, it's always the use of using your brain, using your wits that gets you out of the situation. It's not pure brawn or pure fighting.
Go in peace.
Curse you! Curse your blasphemous hides!
It seems your power isn't as absolute as you believed, Nyarlathotep.
No matter, Doctor. You are already too late. The recitations have been sung and the way opened.
So he just the Cthulhuoid mythos that the brain parasite, the Somnifax parasite, is taken, was also the name of Lovecraft's cat, which is interesting because I learned between videos, I actually did some research into that name, and I found out that there's a bit, well, not a bit, it's a term, a derogatory term that we wouldn't use in this day and age, that's been manipulated into something else. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's cool to know, but it's not cool to use. You know, it's like, oh, okay, he is a product of his time, he's a product of his generation. Glad we moved on from that.
Now all that is left is the final incantation, and I shall be all powerful.
Not lost something, have you, Somnifax?
Doctor, where is the final page of the incantation?
What? The what?
The page, Doctor. You must have stolen it when you had the Necronomicon.
Page? Oh, you mean this? The more accurate term for it would be a leaf.
Don't toy with me, you child.
Interesting. I wonder if that's true, if that is true, or what separates it from being a page versus a leaf. Might be something to look into later.
Childish fool!
Childish I may be, Somnifax, but I'm no fool. And I must confess it was my companion Flip who gave me the idea.
Oh, Doctor,
Don't bring me into this.
There's something you should know about my companion. Her big cousin Darren, in his time, was a keeper of arcane lore and a possessor of many game books.
Interesting. Bring into the tabletop role-playing games. That's kind of cool.
And Flip here was once banished for reading the back of one. Weren't you, Flip?
One time? Where are you going with this?
My question precisely.
I have the vital leaf of your game book, Somnifax, and I'm not going to let you have it back.
Doctor, return it to me now and I will share with you all my power.
Sorry.
I don't think, the Great Cthulhu is in a sharing mood when it comes to stuff like that.
Do not forget the Great Dreamer is merely one of an entire pantheon of nightmare deities I could inhabit. At the very least, give me back the page and I will spare you and your friends in my oncoming holocaust.
I doubt that.
Oh, my poor dear Dreamweaver. You could promise me the earth and the stars and the moon on a stick, but it still wouldn't sway me. Besides, a pact with you is not something that I'd like to be bound by.
Uh-oh. I think we're going to get into tricky word situations.
Doctor, what's wrong?
Oh, having said that, Somnifax, old thing, I've never really liked this planet very much, or its inhabitants, come to think of it. So, on reflection, I suppose I don't mind you destroying it, if you have a mind to.
Doctor?
Then give me back the page now!
Oh, no need! Why don't I just finish the invocation for you?
Uh-oh, yeah, we're getting into, word trickery here.
Myself! Fanafa! Cthulhu! Rie! Wugafama! Gunefa!
Oh no!
Doctor, what have you done?
I think you'll find I've just summoned Cthulhu.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Doctor! Thank you!
Now run!
Take me, Great Dreamer! Absorb me! Become me!
Yeah, I think the Doctor knows something that the rest of us are missing, because I'm not exactly sure where he's going with this.
Why did you do it? Tell me that!
Oh, always read the small print, Carter. Like I told Flip, the Somnifax might be able to weaponize this reality, but it's also bound by its rules.
I'm not sure I follow.
What I'm trying to say is that now the Somnifax is Cthulhu, it's made himself susceptible to the banishment ritual.
Oh, that's brilliant!
Look,
Okay. And it's quite simple.
I hate to bring down the mood, but the summoner's the sacrifice, and the banisher's the feast, remember? That's you, Doc, on both counts.
Yes, but banishing the Somnifax should end this reality altogether. So I'm a good 50% sure I'll survive.
I don't like those odds.
Oh, where there's life, Carter.
Well,
You know, he's got a point.
if you're going to do it now!
Oh, very well. Keep back. Right, where are we?
Oh yeah, banishment spell. And of course, like I said, I've said it in a couple of these videos that Colin Baker is just so, his voice is just, it conveys such emotion, such feeling, just, you know, it sparks the imagination.
The page!
Oh, drat!
We've got to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise is. Well, it's probably one of her gizmos or gadgets.
Inhibitors powering down.
What does that mean?
It means we're out of time, and all hell's gonna break loose any second. Sorry, Howard. There's only one way left to stop this now.
No!
Out of the way, Mrs. Clark. If he lives every nightmare he's ever dreamt up.
Okay, now we're going. Now we're getting into the what happens if H.P. Lovecraft dies while inhibited by this parasite.
Of his brain and through that breach, and they won't stop.
I won't let you shoot him.
I have to.
Where are we going?
Back to the ship, I think.
But it's grounded.
One thing at a time, Flip, please.
Whoa! That tide came in fast.
Oh, we'll have to swim for it.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
Yeah, he's definitely sure about that.
I'd say we're fast running out of other options.
Oh, this isn't going to end well, is it?
Flip! Look out!
Whoa!
Doctor, look out! More deep ones behind you!
And you?
What do we do?
Doctor? Any ideas?
Let us pass, please. What do you want from us? Don't you see? Your world is ending.
And yet it's just beginning.
The missing page.
Well, I'll be darned. Thank you, Deep One. Oh, thank you very, very much.
Well...
It could be that they recognize the brain parasite as a false prophet. That's kind of cool.
What are you waiting for? Permission? Read the blooming incantation.
Oh, yes, of course. Ah, there you are, Somnifax. I must say this new form is definitely not an improvement. Nafle, Thulu, Wagar, Zafal, Rullier, Fatagan.
It is very much a case of be careful what you wish for.
Your fatal error, Somnifax. You chose Cthulhu, all his power, all his might, and every rule he's bound by.
Yeah, when you know the rules, when your opponent knows the rules better than you do, sometimes it, you know, that kind of sucks.
Somnifax, consider yourself banished.
So that we've got that. We've concluded that. We're into the. I think we're probably into the final stretch of this really good show or drama or whatever.
Please don't.
I'm sorry. Close your eyes, Howard.
Wait! Wait, look!
Oh, what's happening?
I don't believe it. The Somnifax is breaking cover. They did it. The Doctor and Flip did it. Hold still, Howard. This might sting a bit. Come to Mama, Somni baby. Gotcha.
Well done.
All in a day's work, Mrs. Clark.
Yep.
You okay, Stringbean?
I think so. Yes. I'm all right. Oh, wait. No. I'm going to faint.
Little moments like that where somebody just is just like, you know.
Doctor, what's happening?
We did it. The host has finally rejected the parasite, and the dreamscape is dissipating.
Oh, yeah? And what about us?
Us too, Flip. Us too.
Oh, now this feels really weird.
Oh, it'll soon pass. See you on the outside.
Doctor? Flip? You both still with us?
Calypso?
They're back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, hi, Connie.
Oh, Flip. Oh, my dear, how do you feel?
Oh, it's like the Monday after my hen weekend.
Yeah, probably feels like a Monday after weekend bender, to be honest with you.
Did you manage to catch the Somnifax?
Yeah, it's safely on ice.
And Lovecraft?
I'm here, Doctor, just as you found me.
Oh, good. In that case, I'd say it's about time we left.
Yep.
Are you really sure you can't stay, Doctor?
As I've already said, we really must be going.
Ah, well.
I really think this incarnation of the Doctor really despises H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, you can't blame me for trying to twist your arm. It would have been nice to converse for a while with a gentleman of my own level, that's all.
Mrs. Clark, Flip, Calypso, I'll be right with you. You know, Mr. Lovecraft, you could so easily have been better than you are.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I've journeyed throughout time and space, and in all my travels, I have never met anyone who professed a doctrine of hierarchical bigotry who didn't place themselves at the top of their social order.
That's interesting. That comes into play. I mean, that's still even relevant today in so many painful ways.
Blind, hateful, cruel, and cowardly arrogance. It is the rankest of stupidities. And the truth of it is, the people who hold such views make themselves the worst of humanity. They are always the real monsters.
It makes you wonder on something like that, that it takes a real monster to dream up the monsters, but at the same time, that can't hold true, because if you look at Stephen King, like Stephen King, you have the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation, in which they every day they spend millions of dollars for good. So there's, you know, it's, I don't know, it's probably something some psychologist somewhere has looked into and thought about.
Who considers himself an intellectual, Mr. Lovecraft. The premise that you are somehow superior by virtue of your birth or heritage is the most ignorant, poisonous, and conceited idea you could possibly entertain.
But yet, still to this day, people do that.
So please, do not insult me by suggesting we are alike in any way.
And, you know, the doctor's made a really good point there, to be honest with you.
How long's he got, Doc?
About 2 months. His health declines suddenly and he passes away from cancer of the small intestine on the 11th of March.
That's what I thought.
But his work will live on.
So they're in January of 37.
Warts and all.
Listen, Doc.
Yeah?
I've been thinking about the Somnifax. I could really use the money, but I don't trust those maniacs on Titan not to lose it again. I'd be happy letting you do whatever you think's best with it.
I've been thinking too. I can't bring myself to return it to the explosion. The Somnifax was right. It would be tantamount to murder.
Well, yeah. See, that's in a lot of ways that's the Achilles heel of good people is sometimes doing the right thing is not doing the right thing. And if you do the right thing, you do what is the right thing, you lead yourself to possible things in the future.
How safe would you feel knowing it was hidden at the back of a Time Lord's tertiary sock drawer?
Safer than if you stashed it anywhere else in the universe, Doc.
Oh, come on, you two. We're freezing our buttons off over here.
Coming! Come on, Calypso.
Now, what is interesting is when the BBC, because the BBC kind of put themselves in a hole when they reintroduced in the early 2000s the Doctor Who, the new Who, with the whole concept of the Time War. It was something that they would never have the budget to do in film or on TV. So when the fans and stuff got just ravenous about it, they contracted with Big Finish for Big Finish to do the Time War and audio dramas. But one of the caveats that Big Finish received in order to do this for the BBC was that their audios are canon and within the continuity. So to this day, that thing is stashed in the TARDIS, and they could actually pull it out for show if they wanted to. Just the Big Finish people, the fans that do both the show and Big Finish would be elated, and they currently, under the current showrunner of Doctor Who, they've got a strong enough team that they could write it in such a way that you don't have to have knowledge of this audio drama. If you're one of just the TV people, that's just it's kind of cool.
Clark?
After you, Miss Ramone, I insist.
Oh, cheers. I'll put the kettle on.
Hurry up, Doctor!
Calypso?
I was just thinking about Howard. I tried to hate him, but in the end, I don't know. I feel sorrier for him than anything else.
I'd say that out of the two of you, that makes you the more highly evolved.
Was there any hope for him, do you think?
You mean hope that had he lived, could he have broken free of the confines of his worldview and learnt to embrace the...
I doubt it, because that for his position, where he was born, the time he was born in, I think that was the norm. I don't think he could have.
Variety of what it is to be human.
I wouldn't be so flowery about it, but yeah, I suppose.
He was what he was. But if I didn't believe that the Howard Lovecrafts of this universe have some capacity for change, I think I'd have given up travelling long ago.
Good point.
Human life is short, Calypso Jones. But hope springs eternal. Come along.
And there we go. We've got the end of the Doctor Who, the Lovecraft Invasion. Hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoyed doing them. I enjoyed throwing out my insights and random memories and comments through all 4 of these episodes. So, you know, it's great fun. When you use your gray matter to plan things out, and so you don't have to feel rushed to do things, makes life better. So I enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying all the videos and stuff that I'm doing. I hope your October is spooky fun for you and an enjoyable way. So remember, as always, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?